Two people are dead after a late-night crash, and this noon, police are still trying to figure out why the driver lost control. The latest is still ahead.
Another grim milestone when it comes to lives lost during the COVID-19 pandemic. How the White House is honoring those people this noon.
Springtime sizzle is hanging around. I'll have a look at your high temperatures for this afternoon. Also get you a sneak peek of the weekend forecast coming up.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
The San Antonio police are trying to figure out how and why a ride on the south side ended with two people dead.
They found a man and a woman inside a car that overturned and landed in water near South New Braunfels Avenue and Research Plaza.
And as Katrina Weber reports, people passing by discovered the wreck and then called police.
Late night 911 calls had San Antonio police working to shed some light on what happened along this south side road. They found a Dodge Challenger partially submerged in what looks like a man-made pond near Research Plaza and South New Braunfels. Inside that car were a 21-year-old man and a woman who police say both were dead. The callers who phoned police around 10 last night described this as a rollover crash. Markings left by investigators show the car appeared to have been heading east on Research Plaza when for some reason the driver lost control. The deadly path this car took is clearly mapped out in tread marks and red paint. You can see how it appears the car hit that tree before rolling over and landing in the water. At the scene, officers made no mention of other cars being involved, but the crash itself is still under investigation. The medical examiner staff had the tough job today of delivering this double dose of bad news to the relatives of the two people who were killed. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Today, the San Antonio City Council is set to vote on a new police union contract that includes numerous changes to officer discipline. The union has already approved the contract, which would last through September 2026. Negotiations largely revolved around, as mentioned, officer discipline, especially reducing the power an arbitrator has to give a fired cop their job back in the appeals process. However, some police reform activists think more oversight is needed, pointing to a review board which can currently only provide non-binding decisions. The contract would also boost officers' pay by nearly 16% over the life of the contract.
Let's take a look outside with live cam this afternoon. 81 degrees right now, and I thought maybe earlier some clouds were doing us a favor, keeping things a little bit cooler for now, at least, Katie.
These temperatures are getting real hot.
Yes, it is still spring. I kind of had to remind myself of that, like, oh yeah, it's technically not even summer yet. That's not until next month. It continues to be unseasonably hot, and Myra's right, the clouds have helped us out a bit this morning, but they are going to continue to break up, and we'll see more and more sunshine into the afternoon, and that'll help to boost our temperatures. We're climbing into the 80s now. It's 86 at Stinson, 81 at the airport. That yellow number you see to the right of the white number, the yellow number is the heat index, or what it feels like to our bodies when you factor in the humidity. We're starting to see a few heat index readings in the 90s. Heat indices are not going to be a huge issue this afternoon because humidity will drop off a bit during the second part of the day. We'll also have a light breeze with us at times on this Thursday. Southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour from now all the way through the evening hours. So that light breeze will help us out at times. Satellite loop shows that we did have a good amount of cloud cover build in this morning after the sun came up, but it is quickly going away, and I've got a lot of sun for you this afternoon. Here's how your high temperatures play out. We'll go 96 around the airport, northern Bexar County, upper 90s, 97 around Stinson, 97 Poteet, 93 Helotes, 93 in Comfort, 96 out in Utopia, and a high around 95 today in New Braunfels. We'll talk more in detail about your Thursday forecast, get you a sneak peek of the weekend forecast, and a look at this weekend's lunar eclipse forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Katie. Now to the latest on COVID and a grim milestone. 1 million people have now died from COVID-19, according to the White House. However, the most current public numbers from Johns Hopkins University and other organizations have the U.S. death count just below 1 million. Still, the human impact of the virus, it's been undeniable. The White House today honoring those who've died by lowering flags to half-staff. ABC's Rena Roy with the latest.
The U.S. surpasses the unimaginable milestone, 1 million American lives taken by COVID.
1 million empty chairs around the family dinner table, each irreplaceable irreplaceable losses.
Pamela Addison lost her 44-year-old husband, Martin, in April of 2020.
The day he died, I was stunned in shock. I was thrown into this new life of being a solo mommy.
Federal data shows on average more than 300 Americans are still dying of COVID every day, and now fears that number will keep going up. 5,400 deaths predicted over the next 2 weeks as new cases rise. Hospitalizations at their highest levels since mid-March, increasing in at least 34 states and territories.
We're still seeing a lot of people in the hospital, a lot of people dying, and we're still at risk of another major wave coming at some point in the future.
A new ABC News analysis of federal data shows a growing proportion of COVID deaths are from breakthrough infections. In August, fully vaccinated Americans made up nearly 19% of COVID deaths. By February, that went up to about 40%. And at that same time, 25% of deaths were among those who were vaccinated and boosted with their first dose.
It is very likely that all of us who've been vaccinated will have a diminution of the level of protection after a certain number of months. And it is likely that they will be recommended for everyone to get a boost then.
Dr. Fauci says we could know by midsummer if and how often more booster shots might be needed. It's likely health officials will recommend a round of booster shots for Americans in the fall. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And today, the Biden administration is co-hosting a virtual global COVID-19 summit. At that event, the president is expected to call on Congress to approve more COVID-19 funding. The administration also says the summit is focused on increasing efforts to deal with the virus and potential future variants.
Happening today, the Supreme Court meeting for the first time since the controversial leak of a draft opinion that could lead to the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Politico recently published the draft of the majority opinion on the 1973 decision guaranteeing a federal constitutional right to an abortion. The justices are expected to discuss outstanding cases and pending petitions. They're also likely to talk about the breakdown of the high court's confidential operations. Chief Justice John Roberts has ordered an internal investigation into the matter.
There are some key races still undecided after the March midterm primary election, and they're now headed to a runoff. That includes the race for Bexar County Judge on the Democratic side. Former District Court Judge Peter Sakai and State Representative Ina Minhades will face off. The winner will go up against Republican and former County Commissioner Trish DeBerry in November. Also headed to a runoff, the race for Texas Attorney General on both the Democratic and the Republican sides. You can find all the other races that are still undecided on KSAT.com. Early voting for the runoff starts on May 16th and it ends on May 20th. Election day is scheduled for May 24th.
And in the NBA playoffs last night, the Bucks made a huge comeback against the Boston Celtics. Larry has later in sports.
And the Food Bank of San Antonio set to receive a ton of donations soon in the form of this right here, cabbage. How some local students got their hands dirty in order to make it happen.
Welcome back. Your time, 12:10 in the afternoon, and rising diesel fuel prices are having an impact on the San Antonio Food Bank. The organization says it's $20,000 over budget this year and in need of donations. An easy way to donate food, the Stamp Out Hunger campaign. It's happening on Saturday. You can leave non-perishable items like peanut butter, jelly, rice, and beans by your mailbox on that day. Your local letter carrier will then pick up those donated items. If you'd rather donate money, we do have a link on KSAT.com. Anything helps.
Some local students are trying to help out the food bank by donating a ton of cabbage. Burbank High School students in the Agricultural Sciences program spent part of the morning harvesting all that produce. The students first planned to do a canned food drive to benefit the food bank, but with the help of their teacher, they decided to put what they've learned to good use and donate produce they grew themselves.
I told them, I said, we are a farm. We are very fortunate that here at Burbank, we are a farm. Our classes actually come out and work on the farm, and we can produce that food.
Burbank students planted 2,500 plants. The school says they'll donate up to 5,000 pounds of cabbage today.
That's amazing.
It is when you really think about
5,000 pounds of cabbage?
That's a lot.
And getting out there doing that harvesting, good thing they got it done in the morning.
I know that's hard work. That is really hard work, especially with the high humidity and all that we have to deal with in the morning. The good news is that humidity falls off a bit this afternoon. That'll help us out where the heat index is concerned. I'll show you those numbers coming up in just a few minutes. The aquifer today is down half a foot to 645.6. It's more than 20 feet below the monthly average. So we continue to really need some good rainfall around here. Thankfully, things look good in the pollen count. Molds, grass, pigweed, willow, and pecan are all low today. We'll be right back.
All right, whether we like it or not, I think we've hit that time of year where it's just how hot's it going to be today?
Yeah.
You're going to be sweating. Just how much am I going to be sweating?
Well, you know what? We'll get humidity to drop off a little this afternoon. So you know that saying, oh, it's a dry heat. So that makes it a little bit better. That's kind of what we'll be dealing with this afternoon. So it will keep our heat index readings or our feels like temperatures from getting too out of control, but it's still going to be hot. We do have something to look forward to this weekend. A total lunar eclipse will occur. An eclipse is when a shadow of some kind is cast, and in this case, the Earth will cast a shadow, and we'll see the moon pass through that shadow. This is occurring late Sunday night. This will be probably after bedtime for a lot of our area kiddos. Totality of this eclipse will begin right around 10:30 Sunday night, and then it will end closer to midnight. Thankfully, it looks like sky conditions will be on our side here. We expect mostly clear to, I think in some spots across South Central Texas, clear skies Sunday night. It will be warm though with temperatures in the 80s, but as far as the cloud cover goes, that should be on our side Sunday. We'll keep you updated. High temperatures yesterday, mid to upper 90s. That's about where we'll be again this afternoon around San Antonio, a high of 96, 95 around New Braunfels, 93 Kerrville, 96 out in Del Rio. I mentioned humidity falls off a bit this afternoon. Our dew point numbers so far today have been in the 60s. That's well into muggy territory. You know that if you've stepped outside at all today. As we get into the afternoon, 4 p.m. and even into the evening hours, those dew point numbers fall down into the 50s. It's not a huge drop, but it's enough to just take the edge off of our heat index numbers. Keep in mind the heat index is the feels like temperature, what it feels like to our bodies when we factor in the humidity. So when we can get dew points to drop even from the 60s into the 50s, it keeps our heat index readings pretty close to the actual air temperature. So if you'll recall early in the week, we had some heat index readings during the hottest part of the day that were up above 100, some places approaching 110 degrees. So in comparison, our heat indices as we head into this afternoon will not be that bad. Nonetheless, it is still going to be unseasonably hot out there. We are climbing into the low 80s at the airport. Heat index is 83, so again, not a huge swing there just yet. South winds between 10 to 15 miles per hour. That light breeze will be with us all day long. 88 in Pleasanton, 89 now in Cotulla, and 82 in Kerrville. Down at Stinson, 86 degrees, 84 New Braunfels, and Helotes, she's just jumped up to 81 this hour. The cloud cover from this morning is quickly going away. It really settled in pretty nicely, especially around San Antonio and Bexar County right after the sun came up. But now that cloud cover going away, and we're looking at plenty of sun this afternoon to help warm things up. For your Friday, not a whole lot changes. We will start off with some clouds in the morning, just like today. Break through to some sun in the afternoon. But some of our westernmost counties and communities will carry a chance of a late day shower or storm tomorrow. You know this drill pretty well by now. We did this on Tuesday. Some storms popped up out in West Texas and over the higher terrain of northern Mexico. We'll have to watch that as we approach 5, 6, 7 o'clock. We'll watch how that activity behaves. Some of these thunder showers could move east toward places like Rock Springs, Brackettville, Eagle Pass, Del Rio. We don't expect it to make a whole lot of eastward progress because after the sun goes down Friday evening, any activity will quickly go away. So there will be a chance for an isolated strong to severe storm well west of San Antonio tomorrow evening. Again, places like Lakey, Rock Springs, Brackettville, Eagle Pass, and Del Rio. So keep that in mind. For your Thursday here around San Antonio, look for a high of 96. Heat index should be just about there. During the hottest part of the day, sunny skies, south-southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Warm, but clear this evening. Very similar setup tomorrow. Aside from that, chance of an isolated strong to severe storm out way to the west. This weekend, hot and sunny. And as we get into the weekend, that's when we'll start to probably tie and break some records. We're looking at 99 Sunday afternoon, 100 on Monday. Those would both be new record highs, guys.
Yeah, not great when we have to note the record in the 7-day forecast there. Thanks, Katie.
Yeah, that triple digit there, a little scary.
Yeah.
But going from hot temperature, what do we got heating up in sports? What do you got cooking for us?
Well, we're starting off with San Antonio FC. Not really cooking because they lost, unfortunately, in the U.S. Open Cup last night at the Houston Dynamo. But I'll tell you what, San Antonio certainly had some good looks. Plus, the Grizzlies in the NBA playoffs, man, they flexed all over Golden State last night. Coming up. San Antonio FC's run in the U.S. Open Cup came to an end at MLS side Houston Dynamo FC last night. San Antonio had a few good chances, but Dynamo keeper Michael Nelson came up with a clean sheet, recording 3 saves. In the 40th minute, he denied midfielder Nicky Hernandez from point-blank range. Tell you what, that was close. Now, the lone goal came in the 82nd minute when Sebastian Ferreira's leaping header from close range found the top left corner. San Antonio FC falls 1-0, and they're out of the U.S. Open Cup in the round of 32.
Unfortunately, our run is cut short today. Lost to a very, very good MLS opponent. Created a few high percentage opportunities. Unfortunately, we weren't clinical enough to put those away to give ourselves an opportunity to potentially win that game. But all in all, if we look and reflect overall, we made a good run. Proud of the guys, and we got to now start to focus on Miami.
SFC returns to USL Championship play quickly, heading to Florida for a matchup with Miami FC Saturday night at 6. Even with Ja Morant out last night with a bruised right knee, the Memphis Grizzlies hammered the Golden State Warriors 134-95 to force a Game 6 in the Western Conference semifinal. The Grizzlies trail 3-2. Memphis led the entire game and by as many as 55 points in the third quarter. The Grizzlies fought off elimination with the highest scoring performance in their franchise's postseason history, and they lived to see another game.
I think it's just a statement to ourselves. I'm not worried about statements to anyone else. It's to ourselves about when we can control what we can control, and we've done all season long, all the work that we've put in individually and collectively, good things can happen. At the end of the day, it's one game, and we all have to feel that and understand it, and hopefully we can channel some of that energy into this next game.
Down by 55 or down by 5, lose by 50, lose by 5, you lost. It's one game in the loss column in the series, so we made too much of it.
Game 6 is tomorrow night at 9 at Golden State. In the Eastern Conference playoffs, the Milwaukee Bucks stormed back to shock the Celtics in Boston 110-107, and they now lead that series 3-2. The defending NBA champion Bucks erased a 14-point fourth quarter hole to put Boston on the brink of elimination.
It's a big win. That was the plan. The plan was to come here and to get a win, and no matter if we were up 20, no matter if we were down 20, we wanted to leave here with the win, and we did the best we could and got the win.
We don't have time to worry about how we lost. We ain't got time to worry about we lost and right now and it hurts. Got time for that, so it hurts. It definitely hurts, but we ain't got time to feel it. We got to go on to the next one, and really it's simple. If you're not ready to come play the next game, then don't step on that court.
Boston faces a must-win tomorrow night in Game 6 at Milwaukee.
Lots of good passing of the torch series in the NBA. You got a young Jason Tatum against Giannis, and you got Ja Morant against Steph Curry.
Yep.
But I feel like the vets, they're not going to let go too easy.
They're not. We know that.
Thank you, Larry. The baby formula shortage having an impact on families all across the country, including right here in our community. Well, now the company at the center of all this says relief could be on the way. It may restart production soon. When that could get started, coming up after the break.
The cost of groceries is enough to give many Americans heartburn, or at least burn a hole in their wallet. What items are now being hit the hardest by recent price hikes?
Are you on any medications? Prescription drugs can be extremely costly, and for some people, the price is so high they just skip taking them altogether. But there are other options out there. Coming up today at 5, 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz shows you where to look to save some money without sacrificing your health needs. Now, more than 2.5 months into Russia's war on Ukraine, it's threatening the security of other nations in that region.
In response, Finland's government is now saying it plans to apply for NATO membership without delay. Sweden appears to be on the brink of making a similar decision.
And as ABC's Faith Abube reports, the historic move would expand NATO's military alliance, and it's the exact opposite of what Russian President Vladimir Putin said he hoped to accomplish by invading Ukraine.
In a dramatic shift sparked by Russia's unprovoked war in Ukraine, Finland saying Thursday it's ready to ditch its historically non-aligned military position and without delay apply for NATO membership. Finland's president also with a blunt message for Russia's Vladimir Putin.
When you ask how they see possible Finnish joining, well, my response would be that you caused this. Look at the mirror.
Russia's war in Ukraine increasingly causing security concerns in the region. Polls show public support for Finland joining NATO was at 25% in that country before Russia's invasion of Ukraine, but has increased to 76% in recent months.
Will bring more safety to Finland against Russian aggression. And it also shows Russian that there is consequences what you do.
Sweden, which has also historically maintained a neutral status, mulling a similar move. If approved, a NATO expansion would be a blow to Putin. The Kremlin has pushed against NATO expansion in the region and used it as one of its pretexts for starting the war in Ukraine. This morning, Russia calling Finland's potential acceptance into NATO a threat, saying in a statement, quote, Russia will be forced to take retaliatory steps, both of a military, technical, and other nature.
Russia doesn't want to take on the NATO alliance. So this is a fight that he really doesn't want to have.
Meanwhile, the fight for Ukraine continues. Ukrainian forces making some gains on the battlefield, recapturing several towns and villages closer and closer to the Russian border.
And Ukraine's President Zelensky has expressed support for Finland joining NATO, but shares some disappointment that NATO didn't approve his country's request to join, adding that he's absolutely convinced that if Ukraine had been part of NATO, there would have been no war. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
We are all spending more at the grocery store right now, and it seems those price hikes are hitting breakfast foods the hardest. Food prices shot up nearly 9.5% last month compared to April 2021. That's the biggest annual hike in 41 years, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Eggs are over 22% more expensive, due in large part to a shortage caused by an infectious avian flu. But margarine, milk, bacon, coffee all saw price hikes. Consumers are also feeling the pinch when they go out to eat. Menu prices rose 7.2% over the past 12 months.
From price hikes to shortages, the baby formula shortage could ease up over the next few weeks. That's the hope as Abbott Nutrition, which makes a number of popular formulas, looks to reopen its plant in Michigan. It was shut down earlier this year after 3 brands of powdered baby formula made at that plant were recalled because of potential bacterial infections. Since then, the company explains it's been working to improve safety and maintenance protocols as well as making upgrades to the plant. If the FDA gives the thumbs up, the company says the plant could be up and running within 2 weeks. That means their formula could be back on store shelves in 6 to 8 weeks.
Now to a recall alert. Mercedes-Benz recalling more than 292,000 vehicles in the U.S. because of a problem with brakes. The company says there was an issue that could cause the brakes to fail or perform poorly. The recall covers certain ML, GL, and R-Class vehicles from the 2006 to 2012 model years. Mercedes says that moisture can get into the brake booster housing and cause corrosion. Dealers will inspect the brake booster and replace it if needed. Owners will be notified by a letter starting May 27th.
And certain Instagram filters are now disabled for users across Texas. It comes after the Attorney General filed a lawsuit against Meta, which owns Instagram and Facebook, citing the company's alleged misuse of facial recognition technology. The lawsuit says filters using facial geometry breaks Texas facial recognition laws. The technology reportedly learns a user's face and can automatically tag or associate a person with an image without consent. Filters that only change the image, color, or background are still usable. On the other hand, Meta maintains the technology is not facial recognition and is not used to identify anyone.
That story getting a lot of traction today on our website, so if you want to know more about which filter that applies to, you can check that out at KSAT.com.
Can we throw a filter on this weather and cool it down for a little bit? Or is that disabled too?
Yes, I think from now until October that has been disabled.
Yeah, that's not working properly. We're investigating over here. Maybe I should call IT or something. That's not working. Yes, it is going to continue to be unseasonably hot. We're going to start to sound like broken records here over the next several days. And speaking of breaking records, we'll probably do some of that in the temperature department, especially as we get into the weekend and early next week. Right now it's 81 at the airport, and you can see our sensors reading mostly cloudy. But compared to even just a couple hours ago, there's a lot less cloud cover out there than there was. We're really starting to lose a lot of this cloud cover, and a lot more sunshine is getting on through. We'll likely see those temperatures really jump up into the upper 80s and low 90s here pretty shortly. A note for today, air quality is moderate, so not too bad, but it did move up into the moderate category today. And the reason why is because there's some agricultural fires down in Mexico. This is very typical. This happens on a yearly basis, and some of that smoke could get pushed into Texas thanks to a southerly wind, not only today, but also for the next couple of days. So a light concentration of some of that smoke could be in the area for the next couple of days, and that's what takes our air quality up from good to moderate. That does not affect the majority of the population, but those with respiratory conditions or those that are especially sensitive to things in the air, just keep in mind that we could be dealing with some of that lingering smoke in the air over the next couple of days. Otherwise, hot again today, 96 your high temperature. Mostly sunny to completely sunny this afternoon. Thankfully, we'll hold on to a breeze. South-southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Latest drought monitor is in. I'll have that for you coming up later on in this half hour, guys.
All right. Thank you, Katie. Let's turn now to a devastating brush fire that ripped through an upscale California community. It destroyed more than 20 homes, forcing people to get out. ABC's Matt Gutman reports.
Overnight, that wildfire fueled by coastal winds ripping through an upscale neighborhood in Southern California, prompting those mandatory evacuations. Our station, KBC's chopper, capturing the magnitude of that fire as it destroyed at least 20 homes in Orange County's hillside enclave of Laguna Niguel.
The wind is really the critical factor.
Residents fleeing what started as a small brush fire around 2:30 p.m. suddenly exploding across the landscape, consuming almost 200 acres.
I'm gonna die smoke inhalation.
The fire engulfing everything in its path, from palm trees to power lines. Firefighters scrambling to slow the spread and save as many homes as possible. But many of those multi-million-dollar mansions left gutted.
It's not looking good. Every other house is on fire on one side of the street. Our house could be on fire. I don't know.
Gusting wind sending embers swirling onto rooftops, and soon home after home went up in flames. Shells of homes and cars left simmering. Making matters worse, drought-induced water shortages are hampering firefighters' efforts. The first 4 months of this year, the driest on record in California.
The fuels beds in this county, throughout Southern California, throughout the West, are so dry that, a fire like this is going to be more commonplace.
Shifting gears to sports, the Twins could not slow down the Astros last night, but Mother Nature sure did. Larry will have those soggy highlights later in sports.
Hello everyone, these are your top headlines from Cheddar News.
CVS and Walgreens and other major American retailers limiting baby formula. That is, a shortage is hitting crisis levels. Analysts are saying due to a February recall, the global supply chain crisis and inefficiencies in trade policy are collectively rattling the market. That despite suppliers operating at full capacity. Meanwhile, oil giant Saudi Aramco has now unseated Apple as the top valued company on earth. Now, while this is a symbolic milestone, it shows the impact of inflation, higher interest rates, and global supply chain disruptions as Apple's stock has fallen 20% since its recent high on January 4th. And Airbnb is now making it easier for you to book extended stays. That is part of what the company is calling their biggest redesign in decades. New features being released include the ability to divide trips between two homes when options for longer stays are limited. This as Airbnb moves to capitalize on what's expected to be a busy summer travel season. And that's Cheddar News Update. I'm Baker Machado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in Lower Manhattan.
All right, it is a hot and sunny day. A great day to be on the lake like Myra was yesterday.
That's right. I was working, people.
Not a bad day at the office.
Working, but it was a pretty good day to be doing what I do. And you know what? This view's changed over the last 40 minutes. A lot fewer clouds out there, Katie.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of blue sky now. That sun is out, and we will be warming things up really nicely as we head into the rest of the afternoon. Look for a high in the upper 90s for a lot of us today. We do have some good news here. The pollen count is nice and quiet. We have 5 allergens, but everything is low, and that includes mold. We always like to see that. Not so good news where the aquifer is concerned. It's down half a foot, and today's reading of 645.6 is more than 20 feet below the monthly average. Speaking of a lack of rainfall, newest drought monitor is in. I've got it for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Got some late breaking news we have just learned about. The San Antonio City Council has voted to approve a new police union contract, and that vote was 8-3.
That approved contract, which would last through September 2026, negotiations are largely revolved around officer discipline, especially reducing the power an arbitrator has to give a fired cop their job back in the appeals process.
The contract would also boost officer pay by nearly 16% over the life of the contract. We've got our Garrett Berger covering this for us today, so we're going to have more of those details as we work them out coming up later online and, of course, on the news at 5.
Lots of good stuff. Now switching gears again back to the clouds, the heat. What do you got working for us?
Man, more heat. More heat. I know that's not what a lot of folks want to hear. We not only have this unseasonable warmth, also continue this trend of a lack of rainfall. And you can see, just looking at the big picture across the country, rain near Florida, that's pretty common, right? But a lot of the other precipitation is across the northern tier of the U.S. La Nina is a big reason why it has been so dry for us all the way back to last winter. La Nina typically keeps all of the low pressure systems and the weather makers across the northern tier of the country kind of similar to what we're seeing play out today. There are some storms up way to the north across the northern plains, and that's where there is a widespread risk of severe thunderstorms coming out of parts of the Dakotas into Minnesota there, just west of the Minneapolis area. Numerous severe storms possible down south to Omaha, Nebraska, and then a few isolated storms down into far west Texas today. No rain for our area today. That'll change a bit tomorrow with a few isolated storms possible well west of San Antonio late in the day. But places that are going to get that severe weather today, they're not necessarily the places that need rain. Minnesota not in any type of drought whatsoever. Meanwhile, you work into the central and southern plains, the state of Texas, and of course the west coast, and that's where drought is widespread. You saw the story about the fires there in Southern California. They've got a big drought on their hands now that continues through the desert Southwest and also back here to our part of the country. This is the latest drought monitor. It's updated every Thursday. And what we've got here, several pockets of exceptional drought. That's as bad as it gets as far as the drought monitor is concerned. So we continue to need rainfall in a big way here. And unfortunately, over the next 7 days, we really don't have any to look forward to, with the exception of that window for a few isolated strong to severe storms way west of San Antonio late in the day tomorrow. What has center stage for us here, not rain, but above average temperatures. Our highs will continue to be trending about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of year. And the context here is really important because it's Texas. We know as we get into late spring, early summer, we know it's going to be hot. But our average high this time of year is 86. Again, we're trending about 10, 15 degrees above that. So that context is very important. Today's record is 101. We're not going to get quite that hot, but we will start to get close to record high territory as we get into the weekend and then early next week. We have lost a good amount of cloud cover even since this newscast started at noon, and we'll continue to see abundant sunshine for the rest of the day. 90 now in Pleasanton, 83 Kerrville, and 83 in Del Rio. Our dew point numbers are still in the 60s, but they've even started to fall from where they were earlier this morning, and we'll continue to see our dew points drop off through the rest of the afternoon. It's not going to be a huge drop, but we will start to see our dew point numbers drop into the 50s, and that will help us out with the heat index during the hottest part of the day today. We'll keep those heat index numbers just about where the air temperature is. Earlier in the week, humidity didn't fall during the afternoon, so we had those really high heat indices of 105, 110. That won't be the case this afternoon, thanks to some drier air mixing in during the second part of the day. Again, we've got a ton of sunshine. Those clouds are pretty much gone already, and you're going to see nothing but blue sky really for the rest of the day. And that means our high temperatures jump back into the upper 90s for most of us, some mid 90s possible across the hill country, but most of us are looking at highs in the upper 90s today. Thankfully, a good breeze will be with us for the remainder of your Thursday. South-southeast winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour this afternoon and into this evening. Looking ahead to the weekend, hot and sunny. We will start to likely tie and or break some record highs as we get into the weekend and early next week. Don't forget the lunar eclipse is Sunday night. We should have mostly clear skies for that. We'll be right back.
Denver Nuggets center Nikola Jokic was named the NBA's most valuable player for the second straight season. He's now the 15th player to win the NBA's MVP trophy more than once, and that includes Spurs' Tim Duncan in 2002 and 2003. And he's the first player to do so since Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2019 and 2020. The Joker's numbers are off the charts again this season, even better than last year. 27.1 points per game, 13.8 rebounds, and almost 8 assists to go along with his league-leading 19 triple-doubles. His head coach, Mike Malone, flew halfway around the world to present the trophy to Jokic on his horse farm in Serbia. It's pretty cool, right? Jokic, well, he's a huge fan of Tim Duncan.
When I came into NBA, let's say like that, of course, Tim Duncan. I think he's a great player, of course, someone you can look up to. He was the perfect model of perfect idol, let's say like that.
It's a pretty nice trophy. Here's the 2022 NBA MVP voting results. The Joker received 875 total points, including 65 first-place votes. Sixers big man Joel Embiid was second with 706, and Giannis Antetokounmpo finished third. Astros at the Twins in Minnesota last night, and grim weather threatening this game. Top of the third inning, Astros up 2-1. Jose Altuve leads it off, and he hits one well to opposite field for a home run. He hits his 5th homer of the season. It's 3-1 Astros. Later in the inning, bases loaded for Jeremy Pena. The rookie smacks one to right field, and that will score 2 more runs, and the Astros take a 5-1 lead into the 4th inning. After that, the game was suspended when a severe thunderstorm rolled through and halted action. The two sides will play a doubleheader today. They'll finish this game, which is currently going on, then play the series finale about 30 minutes after the first game concludes. As for the Texas Rangers, they lost at home to the Royals last night by the final of 8-2. All right, so there's a hot debate going on with the San Francisco Giants thanks to Mustache May. They're doing this to raise money, bring awareness to mental health issues because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So Mustache May sparked this conversation between Giants skipper Gabe Kapler and the media.
If you have a full beard, do you also have a mustache?
No.
No. Okay, so here's my counter to that. If you go to the barber shop and you have a full beard, the barber may say, would you like me to leave your mustache a little bit longer? Doesn't that mean that you have a mustache? We have a lot of players who wear full beards. In my opinion, they are participating in Mustache May. So, okay, so what's the line? Let's say you take your beard down to like a very short half or one, but you leave your mustache like Kurt Casale sometimes does, like more Tom Selleck style. Is that then a mustache?
Larry, you got that answer?
Something to think about.
This is the argument I did not know that we needed.
I just think, he has got a very nice beard going. I think he doesn't want to mess that up. And he's like, but I still want to be a part of Mustache May. So.
Yeah, Mustache May.
My husband's a beard guy, so I'm taking this home tonight. We're going to debate this over dinner. Yes, I will. All right.
Don't start any fights now.
Well, okay. Thanks, Larry. All right, let's turn things to SA Live out there at Market Square today with
Fiona, what do you got for us?
Hey there, get ready to chow down on kolaches. Oh yes, we've got Emily Stone from Bear Kolache Company here. She's gonna fill you in on their seasonal flavors, but you know what? They do some really awesome Texas spins on kolaches, right?
That's right, Fiona. You are not gonna find anywhere but at Bear Kolaches this raspa kolache here. It was inspired by the raspas you see all over South Texas and San Antonio in the summertime. And it is a sweet and tangy pineapple filling, topped with chopped dill pickles, so a little bit of sour in there. And then finally sprinkled with some tangy tropical punch powder on top.
Woohoo! And there are even more Texas flavors to talk about. We're gonna learn more about that in the show. And Jen is out live because we are also celebrating Jewish American Heritage Month. Hey there, Jen.
That's right. So we had to come to one of the newest spots in town, Bubby's Jewish Soul Food. I will attempt to make the challah bread. Look how beautiful this looks. Like I said, I will attempt, and they have a deal for all of our SA Live viewers. We'll reveal that in a little bit, so stick around.
And cheers to cocktails that are going to help beat the heat. The bartenders from Desert Door are here to shake up and pour down a good time. And also, Nurses Week is wrapping up. So we want you to give a shout out to all the fabulous nurses and even frontline workers that you know in your life at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter.
All right, 96 this afternoon, back near 70 tomorrow morning with another round of morning clouds on Friday and then sun Friday afternoon, back near 96 tomorrow. As we get into the weekend, high temperatures inch back closer to the triple-digit mark, likely tying and setting some new record highs as we get into the weekend and early next week. So guys, heat continues to be the story.
Just
like it will be for months.
Overachievers, I guess, here in South Texas. Thank you, Katie. And thanks for watching. That is all our time.
Stick around. SA Live starts right now.
Today on SA Live, we learn about Jewish food traditions and try Jewish soul food. Plus, she's a local author with a new book to promote and a special story to share. And Nurses Week is wrapping up, and we have a great gift for nurses that'll make work just a little easier for them.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Oh, hello and happy Thursday. Get it? Check out these kolache flavors. Oh yes, there is a Texas twist on some of them, especially a South Texas twist. We're gonna get into that. Actually, we're gonna bite into that in just a little bit. Good afternoon, I'm Fiona Gorostiza, and Mike is off today. And you know, Mike, if you're watching from home, you can show him that again. Yeah, that's right, that's what you're missing out on. That's what you're missing out on. All right, that's just more for me, because Jen, of course, is gonna pop in too. Hey there, Jen.
Hey, should we rub it in a little bit more? Look, sorry, Mike. Not sorry, but we'll save you some.
Yes, I know. We'll leave it in the fridge for you there at work. All right, now of course we are wrapping up Nurses Week, okay? So, you know, we want to give a shout out to all those nurses and even frontline workers in your life.
Yes, I have to say, Fiona, when I had my son, the nurses, I had a big scare, and they came to my rescue so fast that I will just forever be appreciative. So they do so much, and I'll never forget that, how great they were. So
It's such a bonding experience, you know, when they really do, come to your rescue and help you out in those moments. You feel so close to them, right?
Yes. Yes, I was in tears hugging them. Yes, exactly.
So let us know. Please share those photos at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter. And we're going to see some of those a little later on in the show. And Jen, we're going to check in with you and some of that delicious food in just a bit. All right. Well, now it's time to dig in to some kolaches. Our first guest owns a takeout kolache bakery focused on flavors that reflect the land and culture of San Antonio. Emily Stone, owner of Bear Kolache Company, is going to show me some of their seasonal flavors and share some big news. Welcome back.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Fiona.
We love it when guests of the show have big news. What is that big news?
Oh, okay. Well, we have still got our takeout location at 2005 East Hill Road, but we are opening our very first brick and mortar, not this weekend, but next weekend. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. That's going to be our dine-in location. And
where at?
819 Fredericksburg Road, so in the Beacon Hill neighborhood.
Okay.
And we have put in a lot of work. So we have hand painted a stencil along the top, and we've transformed this bakery. It used to be the Harvest Day Bakery, and now it's all Bear Kolache. So come in and check it out. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
All right. Always love to hear that. Okay, so seasonal flavors.
Yeah, so May is our strawberry flavor of the month. Or excuse me, strawberry is our May flavor of the month.
Strawberries can be my flavor of the month. That's all good.
Yeah, exactly. So Fiona, did you get to the Poteet Strawberry Festival at the end of April?
I did not.
Oh my goodness.
But these came from there,
I
right?
brought them to you. Yes, exactly. So we're going to take you through. So first you hull the strawberries, which is chopping off the green tops, and then you quarter them, which you're doing expertly right there.
Okay.
And you do that for about 5 cups of strawberries.
So you would keep going.
Yeah,
because
keep going.
That will help make this right here, this puree, right?
Yes, exactly. That's what we're aiming for.
Okay.
So yes, strawberries. We're going to squeeze some lemon and zest of lemon and a cup of sugar and just put it all together and cook it over the stove for about 20 minutes.
Okay. So you would throw a lot more strawberries in, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
But so we'll take some lemon.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then some lemon.
A little bit of lemon zest.
Okay.
That's right. Perfect.
Okay.
And a cup of sugar.
Cup of sugar.
Now these I bought at the Poteet Strawberry Festival, but in the next couple of weeks, and that's a tablespoon of cornstarch there. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to go out and do one of the U-Pick farms they have in Poteet. So our local berries are delicious, full of flavor, and so we want to highlight them at our Bear Kolache Company. So anyway, there we go. Mix it up.
And then, as you said,
Beautiful.
you cook it for 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's right. Cook it over the stove, and it'll break down and soften, and all the flavors will meld together. And then you get this delicious strawberry fruit filling. That's right. Okay, so before we put it in our kolaches, you're going to punch down. I'm going to show you the way the old Czechs did it.
Okay.
They use their thumbs.
Just like this?
Yes, that's right. Your Czech grandmother, she did a couple of punches down there in the center. Perfect, just like thumbprint cookies, but with a yeasty sweet dough.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Right here and there.
There we go. And now we're going to fill with our strawberry filling.
Okay. And so while I'm filling this with strawberries, let's take a look at the flavors that you brought with you.
Oh my goodness.
Here.
Okay. We brought some of our unique Texas and South Texas flavors, of course. So we've got our strawberry cream cheese over there.
It's right here.
Yeah, that's our May flavor of the month.
Okay.
And our raspa, that is a pineapple filling. Sweet and tangy, topped with chopped dill pickle, so a little bit of that sour combination in there, and covered in sour fruit punch, a little bit of tang powder on top.
Ooh.
So,
and then another kind of South Texas twist right here, right?
Yes, exactly. Mangonada. So if you go to your corner fruiteria, we have got a kolache flavor that reflects San Antonio's culture. So that's our mango and chamoy right there.
Okay.
And if you are a Big Red fan, we've got you covered too. We also have a Big Red cream flavor, and only in the spring. So if you want to try some of these, you got to get out now. So
all right, we've got about 15 seconds left, so let's get to these.
Oh yeah, and those are our klobasniks. We've got a 2M brisket klobasnik there, and a Texas caviar, which is like a fancy bean and cheese.
Ooh, all right. And of course, very happy belated birthday to you, because that was yesterday, right? Was
Yes,
it?
that's right.
Okay, well, you know on this show we love celebrating birthdays, all right?
Thanks,
so
you guys.
happy belated. All right, so let's get the information for more of course, just head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, or just snap that QR code on your screen for more on Bear Kolache Company. All right, well, from kolaches to Jewish soul food, our Jen Tobias Strusky is at Bubby's Jewish Soul Food, where she is learning how to make their traditional Jewish recipes and importance behind the word Bubby. What have you learned, Jen?
That's right. Yes, we are here at Bubby's Jewish Soul Food, and I have to say it is the only place in town serving just that traditional Jewish food. And I'm joined now by the co-owner, Charlie Nuttall. And what are you working on here?
I'm working on some challah dough.
Okay.
Some dough for some challah bread. It's a very traditional Jewish egg bread, served at almost all the holidays. Shabbat dinner, which is the Friday night dinner. Yeah.
And we see it there because you have the process here. So that's how you start, and then you break it down here. And then we are going to I'm going to follow your lead, okay? Because you're going to braid this. And you said it's fairly simple.
It's fairly simple, yes. So you're going to gather all the dough up at the top.
Okay.
And then it's just like braiding.
Okay.
So you cross the left one over the right, and then the right one over the center. And then you just keep going like that.
Okay.
So the challah is actually...
I told you, I can't even braid my daughter's hair. Okay, no, that looks beautiful. But go on, as you were saying.
So the challah is actually the piece of dough that you take from the main batch of dough, and then you say a little blessing over it, and then that's where the word challah is.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I try. I'm sure
it'd still taste great.
Yeah, I'm sure you can fix that. Okay, but let's talk about Bubby's and the name, right? So let's talk about that.
Yes, Bubby is Yiddish for grandmother. And all of our recipes are family recipes. They come from the grandmothers in the family and get passed down. So all of our chopped liver is Bubby B's chopped liver after Jason's Bubby, Beatrice. So
yes, and Jason, your partner here, also you guys opened this together.
Yes, we did.
I love that.
So we've been open for 6 months now, and it's been a great ride so far.
Now let's talk about some of the other items, and later in the show we'll show you more. But what do we have here?
So we have an assortment of our desserts there. There's coconut macaroons and rugula, which is a Jewish pastry. It's like a cream cheese dough wrapped around different fillings. That one's apricot. And then some raisins as well. We have 4 different varieties. We have apricot, chocolate, raspberry, and pecan.
Oh, sounds amazing. And then, of course, the bagels.
The bagels. So the bagels we have here, there's the black and white bagels, sesame, it's our play on the black and white cookie, onion bagels, naked bagels, and then our San Antonio bagel, which is a play on Mexican street corn.
Ooh.
So it's roasted corn, roasted poblano, and cotija cheese.
Oh, I love it all. Now, 6 months, you're going on 6 months that you've been open, right? So how have customers been taking to this place?
It has been amazing. It's been, awesome. The love we've gotten from the community has really been amazing.
Yes, and I have to say, I have to share with our viewers the story that you told me, which was that you started making this for friends and family, and then they said, you know what, you need to open a restaurant here.
Yeah, we were out here 4 or 5 times a year visiting family, and it started with 2 loaves of challah and a bowl of chopped liver, and by the end it was 10 loaves of challah and 5 pounds of chopped liver.
Yes.
So.
Oh, I love it. I love those stories. Now, when we come back out here, we're going to see more from the menu and also learn about the symbolism behind the food. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank
All right,
you.
I'm going to try one of these. Fiona, back to you.
Oh, that looks so delicious. All right, Jen, we'll check in with you in a little bit. For more on Bubby's Jewish Soul Food, all you have to do is head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, or just scan that QR code that you see there on your screen. All right, and as Jen mentioned, stick around because they're going to share more, and you may see your answer, of course, a little later in the show, also with our question about nurses. All right, SA Live continues with Thirsty Thursday. Desert Door is bringing cocktails to beat the heat. Plus, a local author is here to talk about her new book and share a fun craft.